Hey guys, thanks to everyone that tapped in on the live call. Obviously, that shit was a big fail. I had to I lagged out, so I'm recording this whole presentation again. But hopefully, this time round will be all good, and you guys will understand that everything I'm about to explain to you guys. So I'll go ahead and get started. This is week one of the 100K challenge. And obviously, as I explained to you guys in my previous videos, I'm about to fucking reveal everything and we're going to get knee deep into product research. So I'll go ahead and get started. Now, product research, given that you guys have watched my previous videos, I'm just going to go in straight into it. So the thing is, you don't want to sell any random product you think is cool on the internet. That's not how it works. So your ideas need to be validated. So there's ways to do this by using data that's online. So the 5 or 6 key tools that I use: Google, Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, AliExpress, and either Taobao, Tmall, or TikTok. So let's get started. The first one is Google. Obviously, Google is a huge search engine. And so you guys want to use Google to your advantage. It's like one of your biggest things you have on the internet that's going to be your friend getting into this drop shipping thing. So use Google Trends and Google Shopping and look up key searches for data, as I explained in that first intro video. And you also want to have a look at shopping trends and have a look at the shopping trend data on Google. Now I'm going to share with you guys this cool link here. It's a bit of a secret, so I'll just show you now quickly what it is. It gives you guys this is from Google directly, and they will give you kind of like stats on different e-commerce trends using like the data that Google has. So go ahead and like flick through this and have a look. I'll send you guys the link after this call. And then also you want to also Google search your potential competitors. If you have an idea in mind for your product already, just go ahead and just start searching the keyword for that product or niche and see what other sellers are doing at the moment. Now, getting back to it, Facebook is another huge tool you want to kind of capitalize on. So there's a couple of spy tools that I use on Facebook to kind of make my feed more tailored to this whole dropshipping game. So I want to install on Google Chrome this thing called Turbo Ad Finder or Ad Hunter by Product Mafia. You don't need both, just use one or the other. Right now I'm using Turbo Ad Finder, so I'll show you guys quickly what it looks like. So once you go to your Facebook feed, obviously you've disabled your ad blocks because we're going to be triggering a lot of ads. So you want to disable your ad block and then switch this thing on, Turbo Ad Finder. And now I'm just going to refresh the screen. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to just give me ads on my newsfeed. So let's just let this load. I'll show you guys an example. So literally now my Facebook news feed is just full of just sponsored posts. Now, once you've done this, what you want to do is you want to start engaging different ads that you see on Facebook and Instagram. You want to just start liking them, watching the videos, commenting on them, and follow the stores, like their stores and stuff, and start training your news feed to show you more ads. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to use their personal account for this because obviously they don't want their personal shit filled with just ads. So you can create a brand new account, just create a fake account or something, fake profile or just like a different profile, and just start training your news feed to just show you different ads. And now moving along to Instagram, what you want to do is you want to follow accounts that do sponsored posts and shout outs. So just, you don't have to follow them, but I guess just go in and start looking at them and keeping a keen eye out on like accounts that do sponsored posts and stuff, like all those influencer accounts and stuff. And you want to just have a look at what types of things they're sponsoring, like what are the type of products they're advertising on the shout out. Now, same thing with Facebook, just engage with ads you see on your story or your news feed and start training your feed or story to show you more ads. And moving along, the next one that I use is AliExpress, obviously. So I use this tool called Dropshipping Center you can find within AliExpress once you sign up with an account. So I'll just show you guys quickly what that looks like. So once you're in the back end, you'll see this tab here called Dropshipping Center. You want to just click that. And where that's going to take you is a different back end. Yeah, so yeah, now you can click this, find products to sell. You can use product analysis, which I'll get into in just a second. So essentially, you want to look at like different products and see the number of orders that they're currently doing on their store. If their orders are minimal, that's kind of a red flag, or like I guess just an indication that maybe it's not that popular at the moment. And if your orders are in the like thousands, it's kind of like a good indication that it's probably selling at the moment. So you want to look at this thing called hot selling tab in different categories as well, and it will start giving you like hot selling items within that niche. So start browsing on AliExpress and just going through this shit. Now, like I said, you can use this thing called the product analysis function, which gives you more insight into the current products you're interested in. It'll give you like current volume and the last order and stuff like that. So what you do is once you've found, like, start giving you graphs and charts of like what their logistics is, what their supply is, when was their last sale, all this kind of stuff. So play around with that and start having a look at different data that you can find. Now, I spend a lot of time doing the product research. Personally, and I want to stress to you guys that product research is probably one of the most important things getting into drop shipping. So I would spend hours typically just looking at different products on Facebook, AliExpress, Amazon, and things like that, and just start collecting them in a folder, or just like start sending ads to yourself and collecting them. That's what I do. And now moving along, these are kind of like more newer methods to find products. Obviously, or not very obvious, Taobao and Tmall, what it is, it's pretty much the Chinese equivalent of something like Amazon. But the thing is, it's all in Chinese. So if you want to use Taobao or Tmall, you kind of have to learn Chinese. And if you don't want to learn Chinese, just find someone that knows Mandarin and that can create an account for you and all that kind of stuff. And Taobao and Tmall, the reason why it's so good is because they'll kind of give you like ahead of the trend products. Certain products that haven't hit the Western market yet, for example. So Taobao and Tmall is a really good competitive advantage if you know how to speak Chinese and you can navigate Tmall and Taobao. Now, the other thing is TikTok. TikTok is a brand new beast that people are just learning now. Obviously, if you're already a member of TikTok, you would have seen a lot of sponsored posts, that stories posts and stuff like that. Now, these are good and bad. The good thing about TikTok is obviously they're going to show you a lot of different viral products at the moment through different stories. But the other thing is, because TikTok is such a new platform, some of these products that are on there are actually kind of old on Facebook. So for example, like TikTok might post the product that was trending on Facebook 2 or 3 years ago, but it's just now trending on TikTok because it's a brand new platform. So that's something you want to look out for, but also keep in mind TikTok can be a really good tool to use. Yeah, and then out of these three things, or even like what's better than these three methods, is actually using your own procurement manager or private supplier, or even a third-party logistics company in China that will give you product suggestions and stuff. So for me, I have a procurement manager that constantly sends me product suggestions and tells me like, hey, these products are currently trending, you should be jumping on it, blah, blah, blah. So having a procurement manager, I have one in Shenzhen, is going to help you, and probably later down the track when you get a little bit more advanced, you're going to start using procurement managers and private suppliers way more. Now, I'm going to share with you guys a big hack. I know these product research methods are really good, but another thing that's going to help you even further is these hack tools. So I like to use different spy tools for my product research on top of the other methods that I explained. Some of these tools, I'll just give you guys an example, a list. I'm just going to read them out. Oberlo, eSniper, Ecom Hunt, AliShark, Thieves, Sell the Trend, Shop Inspect. All these things are great product research tools that is going to help you find products quicker. And so I'll just show you guys a quick example of eSniper. So this is just the back end of eSniper, what it looks like. Okay, moving along. Now, you want to start researching competitors once you have a product in mind. So once you kind of have something in mind, start researching on Amazon, see if there's Amazon sellers for it, eBay, other dropshippers, Google Shopping, Google Search, and chances are, if there's no competition, it's actually not a good sign. So your instincts might be telling you, hey, there's no competitors, this is a great product for me to sell. It's actually the opposite. In fact, we kind of want some proof of sales to kind of validate the product that we have in mind. So you kind of want other sellers because it gives you an indication that it's currently selling in the market right now. But with that said, there is a thin line where the balance, you have to keep the balance. Products can't be oversaturated, meaning, like, I'll give you an example. Like, for example, the fidget spinner, it was a really trending product 2 or 3 years ago. Everyone kind of had one, but right now in today's day and age, it's kind of oversaturated. So you wouldn't be selling something like a fidget spinner on the internet right now because it's out of trend and oversaturated. So too much sales, no good. You just kind of want the right amount. Now, other obvious signs of oversaturated products. Once you see ads on Facebook and stuff, if you see the view count of the videos being in the millions, chances are that seller has already scaled it to the moon. So you kind of want to look at it with a grain of salt and judge for yourself. And also, if it has hundreds and thousands of orders, tens and thousands and hundreds of thousands of orders on AliExpress, it's probably an indication that it's a bit oversaturated, and many different advertisers are selling the same product. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind when you're doing product research. Now, in simple terms, how this game works is essentially, in the layman's terms, you're finding a channel to find a particular audience who will buy your products. Now, a lot of people starting this product research, they're going to run into a lot of sellers on Amazon that are selling the same product as you at a cheaper price. Don't be discouraged. This is just one thing to consider. Reason being, like I said, you're finding a channel to find a particular audience to buy a product. People that are shopping on Amazon typically shop on Amazon, and they might not have seen your product elsewhere. But if you're advertising on Facebook, it's a different channel. So chances are they see it on Facebook, but they might not have seen it before on Amazon or these other places. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. And also, when you're selling a product, keep in mind it's not all about what you're selling. It's also actually got to do with who you're selling it to, like who is it for and why would they buy it. So what are you selling, who is it for, and why would they buy it? Those are the three questions you kind of want to marry and kind of answer before you develop your marketing angle. And I'm going to get into this a little bit further down the line, but my philosophy behind selling products online, the most important, what I believe, is the marketing angle for your product, and your marketing angle needs to be fresh to the market. So I'll give you guys a quick example. As I explained to you in my first video, my first winning product was a Skull whiskey glass. It made me over 6 figures in revenue. After selling that for a while, I kind of ran through the whole whiskey and Skull audience quite quickly. Like, I pretty much sold as many as I could to that audience. So I said, hey, this is a good product, but I'm kind of out of people to sell it to on Facebook. What else can I do with it? So I kind of redid the marketing angle, and I changed the name of the Skull whiskey glass and made it into a tequila glass. And then I started targeting tequila fans and people that drink tequila. And then that also started generating a lot of sales and made me 5 figures in revenue additionally after I had sold it to the whiskey niche. So I repurposed the marketing and repurposed the audience and sold the same product to a different audience. And then after I rinsed that audience, I actually didn't stop. What I did was I actually repurposed it again and called it a coffee cup, and started advertising that same product to the coffee audience with my new marketing angle. So these are some easy examples of how you can craft your marketing angle for the same product to a different audience. Now, once you have a product in mind and you're pretty keen on launching the thing, you want to just do a quick supply check. You want to speak with the supplier and make sure the supply is all good, like they have the stock for it, and the shipping is all good, like they're using Express or SF shipping or something with tracking that's not going to take fucking years to deliver. And you want to make sure like the quality of the product you're selling is good. So just go over if you're using AliExpress, have a look at the reviews and comments, and just have a look for like anything that says like this product is shit or whatever. And then you also want to make sure you are dealing with a trustworthy supplier. So you want to just message them, like, are they responsive enough? Like, are they replying to you every day, or does it take a few days for them to get back to you? And what is their order processing time and handling time like? It could be different to what they outline on AliExpress. So I like to just message them and ask them directly what their real order processing time is at this current time. And also you want to kind of check if they have room for volume, because once you start scaling this product, you're going to want to make sure that your supplier can handle the volume. And yeah, just start building a relationship with your supplier. Like just start talking to them on WeChat or email or WhatsApp or whatever. And yeah, just start building a relationship, because having a supplier on your side is going to be very important for you moving forward. Now, pricing, I've had a lot of people ask me about how pricing works in dropshipping. Now, typically you want to look at a 300% markup on your product cost and your shipping cost included, delivered to the customer. So for example, if my product costs $5 to deliver to someone, including the product cost, then my suggested retail price will be $15. And keeping that in mind, your estimated advertising cost is about 1/3 of your retail product cost. So if I'm selling a product for $15, my ad cost is $5 and my product cost will be $5. So we're typically seeing a 1/3 profit margin in this business model. Now, this pricing model is flexible, and it obviously depends on your market and your competition, and also your audience and the perceived value of your product after you do the marketing for it. So just keep this as a guide and kind of just work your way around what works for whatever product you're selling. Now, I'm just going to explain the business model in a little bit more depth, because I've had a lot of people ask me, like, how does this shit all work? Now, firstly, if you don't know what dropshipping is, or like have any bit of the slightest idea of like what I'm talking about, like just don't watch this video and watch some other videos about what dropshipping is, and like kind of just learn the basics first, because I'm not going to talk about that shit here. But I'm going to explain to you pretty much my business model in a nutshell and what you guys can expect. And this is kind of more like a bird's eye view of the whole operation. So the name of the game is essentially we advertise, then we sell, and then we fulfill. So we're advertising a product, we're selling it, and then we're fulfilling it and sending it to the customer. So the first step is what I explained to you guys, like what is your idea? Who should I sell it to? Oh, and yeah, you want to start doing your initial research after you kind of have that in mind, and like start doing your research as I explained. And then the next phase is doing in-depth research. So not only the product you're selling, but who is the person that's buying your product and why are they buying it? The three questions that I explained before. You want to answer these questions before you get onto the next initial concept phase. So given that you've done that, the next initial concept phase is pretty much marrying everything that you've done together. So you want to have like the niche in mind or the market in mind. Who are you going to speak to? The marketing angle for your product, like how are you coming at them with your product, and also the offer. So these three things are essential for you to go to market. Before you go to market. So have this thing locked down, like how much are you going to sell it for, what's the offer you're doing, what's the marketing angle, and who's going to buy it. And now after you've done that, we get into the initial testing phase. Essentially, there's two sides of the initial testing. The first side of it is your website and making sure your website converts. Like, is it trustworthy? Is it congruent? All these kind of things. And making sure your website is all good. The other side is your ad side. You want to make sure your ads are performing. People are clicking in and engaging with your ads, and it has the potential to go viral. So that's it in a nutshell. I know there's going to be more questions surrounding this, so feel free to ask me in the next coming days and weeks if you need some clarification on this. Now, I'm actually going to reveal to you guys now my winning products that I had in the past. I'm exposing everything like I mentioned to you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to reveal the product that was a winning product for me this year. Starting January and until about the first week of March, it died out after the whole outbreak. But this was what I was selling. It's a knee strap, and fucking random, right? The competitor's angle, when I was doing my research, they were selling it as like protect your knees during exercise and targeting like old people and stuff like that. And like my angle, I said, hey, this could be a potential product, but I'm not going to come at it with the same marketing angle as them because I'm probably not going to have much chance in the market. So my angle was I switched it and I said, lift heavier when squatting. And then I started targeting gym people. So I repurposed the product with a new marketing angle. And essentially the result of that is I made 6 figures in revenue from January to early March. So that's like 2 months and a week. Crazy, right? Random as fuck too, right? Like no one would think to sell this unless they did the product research. like how I explained. I'm going to expose another winning product. This is a 7-figure revenue product of mine, which I sold in 2017. When iPhones first started getting rid of their aux port, I thought this was a huge problem in the market and there would be huge demand for a product like this. So obviously this dongle kind of just like lets you connect your aux port and your charging port into your new iPhone that has like that, like no aux port sort of thing, and it took off and did 7 figures in revenue for me. So that's an obvious example of a product that was really in demand at the time, and I kind of capitalized on that. Another exposed product of mine, my winning product, is this anti-wrinkle dryer ball. Pretty freaking random again, right? Essentially what it is, you chuck it in your wash or your dryer and your clothes come out wrinkle free. And the marketing angle was quite obvious. It's just hate ironing your clothes, here's a solution. And yeah, it made me 6 figures in revenue. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking some of these products probably aren't going to be relevant right now given the whole pandemic and the whole situation going on. And so I'm actually going to expose to you guys what I would be selling right now in today's market and kind of examples of what is trending right now. So this example on the left is it's a phone sterilizer. What you do is essentially you put your phone in here and it sterilizes your phone, which is pretty cool and definitely something that's trending right now and in demand. This one on the right, it's a home fitness kit. So you use this kit to work out anywhere, like at home, at the park, or on the go. And it's something definitely in demand at the moment, given that like all gyms are closed and people are still looking to exercise and stuff like that. So yeah, these are just some examples of what I would be selling now and something that's relevant to the market right now. Obviously, I can't answer questions because this isn't live because my dumbass couldn't figure that shit out earlier. So this is the video, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to ask me any questions you might have. And the next call will be, I need to figure how I'm going to host this properly before next Wednesday. But yeah, it's going to be next Wednesday, same time, 11 a.m. Melbourne time, next Wednesday. I'm going to make it a weekly thing. And I'm also going to start collecting emails, and I'm probably going to start a group with people that are actually like doing this challenge with me so I can help them more and like be more in depth and hands-on with it. So if you've watched this video and you are not part of, like you're not on my Facebook or you're not on my Instagram, just add me. All the information will be down below. And you can also visit my100kchallenge.com and RSVP for the next 9 weeks. Yeah, that's my100kchallenge.com. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this.